Sensitivity is intelligence. With grace and skill, you have abundance. Welcome to the Psychic Hour Reading Show. Host Kelly Brickle is a psychic medium, numerologist, healer, and teacher. Her passions are learning about the soul and energy. Whether through spirit, emotion, or vibrational numbers, there is always a pathway of information waiting to help. Now, here is your host of the Psychic Hour Reading Show, Kelly Brickle.
Hello. Hi. We're doing the Psychic Hour double times this week because let's go. My intention is always to have two shows for the most part, and it's just a way of sharing the love of spirit, sharing the love of the soul, sharing the love of what makes us all connected. And I'm just making sure my sound's right. Yeah, there we go. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you for coming on in. Tell me where you're from or say a hello however you like. We are going to just be talking for a little bit and then we're going to go into readings. So if you have a question about your spiritual experiences or want to share about them, please pop them down, because that's how we cultivate the community and that's how we cultivate communication. So I really was inspired today to talk about energy. And so whether for you it ignites remembrance of the aura, when you've seen color, or the vibration of color when you see it in your mind's eye in a reading, however it goes, I think color is so fantastic within this work. I'm a very visual person with the way that I read and how I catch things sometimes within my life, for sure. I absolutely love and adore seeing color, and I do think color is so healing. Not only with just seeing the vibration of and experiencing it, but also using it within our everyday life. So I am truly inspired to talk about color from time to time. So I'm wearing pink today. A part of me was like, oh, I could wear something else, but I really needed the pink energy, and I'm wearing my rose quartz, and it always is a gentle vibration for me, the pink. It's always a gentle vibration. It's always a soft vibration. And again, if I wore like a more intense pink, it actually looks more intense on camera than this is in real life. It's kind of a mixture of pink colors melaged into one. But it's really the types of pinks that would create and illustrate what the energy is, or the types of reds, or the types of yellows, or the types of blues. And learning more about color, and thank you for everyone coming on in. Hello, Jasmine. We'll be doing readings in a little bit. What I've learned about color is that there are the main vibrations with the reds or the blues or the yellows. And with color theory, we really talk about what are the pillars of color. And when you kind of look at that, you start to understand the blending. So like red and yellow together are aspects of red and yellow in the makeup of a person, and the vibration of what they need, what they're longing for, what energy they carry. And as well as like a lime green. So you're going to have the spiritual characteristics of the yellow and the green together. And it gets actually really, really lovely when you are dealing with the complexities of reading to understand color, as well as understand the facets of people and how they use their energy. So with that said, I always like to talk about red, and I think red is one of my favorite colors. I just absolutely adore red, and it is absolutely the grounding color. It is, and I need a lot of grounding because my head is always like, I have this idea, I have that idea. How am I gonna have enough energy to get it done? And a lot of the Gemini influence in me, we're in Gemini season, will go, oh, and then we have this and this and this and this and this and this. And I'm just like, ah. So the red helps me to feel like I can breathe. The red helps me to feel like I'm here on earth and I'm back in my body. Red is also a fantastic vibration for business and enterprise, and making sure energy gets off the ground. And it's leadership energy. It's like a driving force, right? And think about it. We all have these wonderful and beautiful ideas, but if we can't get them done, then they don't happen. And so red makes sure that there's the physicality always to our energy of we will come all the way down. And yes, if you have that wonderful idea, suddenly the red activates it and we can start getting it going. Your foot is running, your feet are running off the ground, and there you go, no matter how small or big, and so on and so. So I'm always a fan of the red. I'm always looking towards the red. Always have a little bit of red on me. And then when we go into blue, and it's whatever your vibration needs. Like some people have the physical energy, they just don't have the focus, or they don't have the imagination or the vision quite as strong. We all have different calibrations within the way we're born and our natural tendencies, and they'll crave sometimes blue because they feel so much energy that they don't know what to do with it, and it's just revved up, and they're kind of led here and they're led there, but they long to dream, or they long to just feel good because they're so revved up. And so we have our balancer colors. With yellow, that deals with the mind a lot. It deals with will. So it deals with how we communicate yellow. So a lot of teachers have the yellow vibration, a lot of writers, people who are lecturers or very cerebral, they have articulated and used their mind to make sure that it is understood with others within the emotional and the mental realm. They don't have to rev up people so physically, they have to rev them up emotionally and mentally. And so it kind of takes this middle vibration. But you have to have somebody who is very mentally strong to carry out and lead the mental fortitude of others. And I feel like a lot of people within this work, a lot of us come to the Psychic Hour. A lot of us come to Sacred Spiral Network, or the other shows like Transcend with Debbie, Numerology Hour, Embracing Infinity, because we crave the knowledge. We crave the truth. We crave like being able to teach and share with others in many different capacities. And that is very important, to always making sure that you have a lifeline to things that stimulate you with truths that you know, or let's say reminders of something that touches your soul as you keep going on within the world. I know when I was first developing, I would read and listen to the radio a lot. And so other people's thoughts and ideas, and it didn't have to be spiritual always. A lot of times it was spiritual, the content, but a lot of times it wasn't. It was all over the place, I have a very eclectic personality. You'd be surprised. But I would learn through people's vibrations with how the way that they use their voice, or how they teach, or how they use their creativity, and it would keep me engaged. So it didn't matter that, let's say, in my normal life, like let's say, wasn't out and about, or I didn't have a lot of exposure, or I didn't have a lot of access, or my health was bad when I was younger. So I didn't have a lot of energy. And so it created isolation. So it didn't matter, because I still had these lifelines to gorgeous speakers and presenters and wonderful books. And so my vibration was taught through these other people and how they carried their energy. And it very much still is. I try to align myself with the vibrations that I see and feel within people. And I go, oh yeah, let's be around and bask in that vibration. Let's sit around and inspire each other. And so I think another thing to say with color, when someone is glowing, we say that a lot, like, oh, you're glowing, you're sparkling, you have a light about you. They're using their energy. They're using their energy. It doesn't matter if they're tired. It doesn't matter if they had a rough day. When people are glowing or you see a light about them, they're using their energy and they are within flow. So you might catch a color, or you just might feel their eminence through the brightness of their being. And sometimes we feel things even though we can see them too. And sometimes we just know things even though we can see it too. And so we're talking a little bit more about the scene today. But I know that when someone has flowing energy, I'll catch energy flowing off their hands. And it might be purple, it might be green, it might be yellow, it might be all around their hearts, um, various locations, but the head and the heart and the chest and the hands. It lets me know that that person is present and they're really trying within their day, and they're really trying within their being to grow who they are, and they are giving you their attention as well. When we're off, let's say daydreaming, our energy can flow and glow. This is a beautiful reminder. But when we're in the presence of others and our mind is somewhere else, our energy is just that, it's somewhere else. And the way that people glow are when they're truly present, and they're putting their energy into the moment. So I encourage you to look within that. And that's why we're able to feel the energy of teachers or musicians or presenters or people who are with us talking at the crowd or talking with us one-on-one. We go, wow, your energy. It's because they're present with us so beautifully. They're sharing their gift or they're locked into us. And that's why we're able to feel their eminence. So I encourage you to look at them and see how they sparkle, or whether it is, like, let's say, a clear white or an outline, or you just see fuzziness, or you do catch some type of something. Um, Make sure that you go, I saw something, and say it out loud to yourself. I'm still learning, but I saw something. Or for the people who are comfortable with seeing auras, oh yeah, I really, and share it with them. Wow, you have purple around your hands. You have a brilliant violet around your hands. Oh, you have a dark purple around your heart. Wow, you seem like you're in a great mood. You have all this green energy. Okay. And green is the color, for me at least. When I see green around somebody, they have either vitality or they're healing. Where the darker the green is, it means like they've been sick or they've been tired. And the brighter the green is, they have energy to spare and they're sharing. And they're very high energy from the heart. So a lot of different directions. Hello, hello. Let's see. Okay, I'm just tuning on in. Thank you for everybody coming. Angela, Michelle, Sunshine Girl, Elon, and Jasmine. We're going into readings in just a moment here. So hello. Hello, Courtney. Thank you for your good vibes. Hello. So let's open up the space. This is the Psychic Hour, so we're going to be focusing on psychic readings. And whether I pull a card, I tune into your energy. I might ask for your numbers. It is the Psychic Hour. We can do whatever we want with the psychic modality, but that's how I'll be tuning in. And so please, if you want a reading, then pop down your question or ask for a general, and that's how I know to go to you. And we always take questions in between because it's important to talk, questions as well as readings. I like to open this space with a question too as well. So Sunshine Girl, thank you for asking. Do you do distant aura readings? I wonder how you read auras. Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to be present with a person to see their aura. I would say that sometimes it feels and looks differently in person at times. But you can still do it absolutely on camera. Absolutely. Like, you're not going to be able to see the person's whole body unless they stand back, right? But it's just like a psychic reading. Some people are are questioning of, well, will I have the same experience in person as I will on the phone or on Zoom or with mediumship? And as long as the reader feels good about it, because the reader has certain preferences. Um, the reader has certain preferences. Some people are like, I prefer the phone. Some people are like, I prefer Zoom. Some people prefer to read in person. Some people do not want to read in person. And it's funny because the way that we link to energy feels slightly different. The more and more comfortable we are, the more flexible we get. But reading energy online through comments is very different through reading energy online, like as someone comes on screen. So I was blessed to do some live readings with Debbie yesterday, Debbie Romero, shout out to her on Instagram. And we had people physically in the excuse me, on Instagram. We had people live with us, where we could see them on screen as we were doing readings. And I would say it's always, I think, easier when you see the person rather than in the comments. Um, but you can get just as much either way. You can't limit the mind like that. And I love this vehicle because it's a way to practice. But yes, it is fantastically possible, and I do it a lot by reading people's auras. And so anytime you're getting a reading, someone is reading the aura, especially if they're working psychically especially if they're working psychically. Um, and then for people who actually understand the aura more, they can talk about specifics like, this is in your layer, this is on your left, this is on your right, or I see this color and I know this about you. Absolutely. Everyone reads auras slightly differently, but the more someone is skilled in it, the more there are common crossovers. So for me, I just pick up what's in your field, and if I want to, I will talk about color. If I want to, I'll be inspired to talk about color, because I actually am very color based, but I don't always look there. But if I do, oh my goodness, there's a lot going on. Okay. So I love that question. Let's see. Oh, cool. Cool. Um, you want to order reading? Cool. Okay, I'll bounce in. Sure, why not? Girl, I can't see you though. That's part of it, but I'll tune into your energy through the comments. All right. So my favorite way to read the aura is when I actually have someone present. I can go over here, over there. But let's do it. Why not? All right. So Sunshine Girl, let's do it. Let me go into your energy. Let me kind of open up the energy space for you right now. I feel like I really like your energy. There's like a feistiness to it. I wouldn't be surprised if you have like Scorpio placements, girl. Um, that's interesting. All of a sudden, I started writing down something that made me kind of feel like that. And wouldn't be surprised if there is some Virgo placements too, as well, because you have a sharp mind, and you can really grab the essence of things quite quickly. So sometimes people will be like, "Oh, you're a sharp one," and let's see. As I go into your energy, okay. So what's coming out, because we have layers in different places. The number one dominant energy that's coming out are all these bright blues and aquas and teals. And it lets me know that you are a very communicative person. Especially, how can I put it? You pick up a lot. Sure, you're going to choose how you go about things, but you pick up a lot and you have a lot to say. So if you trust somebody, um, my goodness, it's like the way that you're able to pick up on the details and the specifics of them, sometimes people will be taken aback, because if you felt comfortable, and I don't know about this part, to what degree you feel comfortable with everyone around you within your life, you could talk their ear off and you could shock them. but I do feel like you pick and choose your battles. You pick and choose your battles. I also feel like there's a musicality to you. You have like a vast appreciation for music. So I wouldn't be surprised if music is always kind of blaring in the house or on the radio or in the car. Um, because there is this need to keep those channels going, the speaking and the hearing, even when there aren't people around. I do feel like Sunshine Girl that there has been, because they're giving me like this pop of red, and so if you can understand that, I don't know if this is a reference to the past or it's just in your heart, but they're in the past or it's been in your heart. Um, there has been a wanting to have your own business, wanting to do things your own way, do things kind of, it's almost like you have this rebellious nature about you and you're like, well, I could just do it like that, I could just do it like that. So it's within you, and it wouldn't be like a spiritual, I mean, when we're touched by spirit, everything is inspired by spirit, don't get me wrong, but in the past I don't think this would have been like a spiritual business. I actually think this would have been like a more practical business of, yeah, I have those skills, I could go at it, why not, why can't I do it? Oh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I like how I'm like looking at your aura, so I'm not looking at the comments. So forgive me, I'm not popping them up on screen. But I'm just looking at like where the colors are within your aura. I also feel like um interesting. I saw a visual rather than a color, but all of a sudden I saw like these flowers around your wrists and these flowers in your hand, and it like showed me that you have this knack for fixing things, if you can understand that. That could be metaphorical or actual, but you want to actually fix things and make them better from like when a person last found them or last experienced them. So you have a lot of healing within you naturally, and I feel like you tend to things that are broken, if you can understand that. Because there's like this white energy that emanates from your hands. So I'm seeing the white energy, and then I'm also seeing it involves things. So it's not just people, but it's also things too as well. You get there's a golden light shining all around you, and it like comes down. So I feel like you channel often, and you get messages when you're out and about for people, and so you cleverly are able to pass it on to them. But you have been a knower within people for and their energy for a very long time, and I feel like you came into this when you were a teenager. You didn't know quite how to do it, and you didn't know quite how to say about it, but you, as a teenager, you knew things, and you were very shut down at that time because you did not know how to function with the things that you were picking up. And there was like out of body experiences when you were a teenager where you couldn't quite associate the way that you wanted to, but you became very aware of spirit and very aware of energy during that time, if you can understand that, Sunshine Girl, because I'm going back to the time that you were a teenager, and there's like this gray energy. There's this gray energy around you, but you're getting so many pings, and I feel like the gold energy it's come and swept in during that time. And I feel like 22 was a very, if you can understand this, Sunshine Girl, 22 was a very important time within your life where you got a lot of peace and healing, and you stepped into your power again in another way. Still healing, still learning, but I feel like 22, the energy opened up. You were either you were able to travel, you were able to grow yourself as a person, and so 22 was a very important turning point within your life. And I feel like if you can understand, like mediumship was acknowledged at this time. Either you labeled it that or you started looking into that. Oh, girl, you are 22? Okay. Hi. Can you understand that this year is your best year? I don't know how old you are. Girl, you are 22. Okay. You are 22. Can you understand that this has been the best year? Like, and really acknowledging your mediumship and really stepping into that. 22 is important here because you are 22. That's hilarious. And then let me you're giving me validation. Yes, I was overstimulated. I get overstimulated in big crowds and things, and now I try to absolutely. And I feel like sometimes you'd be stimulated. So we're talking about in the teen years, you'd be stimulated in actually quiet environments. You would just get pings off of people. Like there might have been only two other people in the room, or even one person, and you'd be like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Oh gosh. Okay. I thank you for giving me this. You said no. So at 22, no, it feels like one of the worst. Haha. But it's challenging. That's why I traveled for the first time this year. Thank you for validating that. Okay. You're not done with being 22. And I said you finally got a chance to travel when you're 22. You're 22 right now. I do think this is going to be a better year for you. We're only 6 months in, my love. I do think this is going to be a better year for you. There's a lot of change, but it's about really embracing who you are and shaking off your wings and knowing that you can try things out and not get persecuted for it. And I feel like that was something that you grew up with. Like you would try out new things, and if you would do them, if you'd be an overachiever, do them well, people would be like, well, who do you think you are? Or they'd give you some weird attitude about it. And if you wouldn't do it well, they'd kind of be judgmental about that too. So at 22, I'll put this back up. At 22, there's a lot of healing and reconnection and just, I'm going to do it anyway. Thank you for understanding that. Thank you for understanding that I'm going to do it anyway, and my feet are going to land where they land. So there's this confidence and self-acceptance that's coming back into the arena, and it is creating a lot of good energy, and that good energy is going to emanate more and more and create the sense of peace, even though it still feels like discord. So please, I'm sorry that you're still in healing mode. And I remember when I was in 22, when I was around 22, even when I had a good year, there was so much that was still washing off and not allowing me to fully be myself yet, because I had so much to do with my energy, and you have so much yet to do with your energy. But there are moments where there's breakthroughs, and I really do think so. We're going into June. July, there will be another opportunity to travel again. Okay, it might be something more local. Okay, but I feel like you're going to have another opportunity to travel again, and I'd really like you to take those opportunities from now, especially like I said in July, into around the end of September. I feel like there's a window for you. I don't know what that window is. I don't know if it's because you have extra time, if you have a break from your job, if you just have a slower schedule. But I feel around October, things are going to start picking up for you, where you're not going to have quite the same amount of time to do what you need to do. And especially into November and December, it's going to be quite busy. So take advantage of traveling, exploring. There's a lot of I always tell people there's a lot of free things to do. You'd be surprised. Go out and have yourself an adventure. But I give you a lot of love, and there's so much purple that surrounds you. That's the very first color I saw on you. I didn't talk about it because I wanted to go into certain areas of who you were, kind of more in totality. But the strongest color around you now within your present is purple, and also an indigo like purple. Okay, and so this is the color of the seer, the color of someone who's very visual, who knows things. So it's really a testament to how much you have grown your sensitivities, as well as someone who is connected to understanding that there is something bigger within our life than just our current emotions and just what someone is going through. You feel like there's a bigger reason for why everything is happening, and you have a lot of grace because of that. So I want to honor your grace, and I want to honor that you're still going through dark night of the soul, but you will actually come into a role of teacher and guidance for others. So stay strong, and you channel so much information. Please write down that information. Please journal that information. You will be inspired to share that within your teachings, or even have some type of a PDF or book coming up later in your life with your recollections of what you went through. But please write down all the things that you are experiencing and going through. You have a very sharp and perspective mind, and I really want to honor that and the grace that you have for other people. So I'm going to love and hey, I gotta acknowledge it. You have great energy, sunshine girl. You have great energy. So I'm giving you so much love and hugs, and hopefully you got a kick out of that color aura reading, because you don't need to look at a person to see their colors. So I send you a lot of love. Thank you so much, Angela. Thank you so much. I want to say hello to everyone else coming on in. Hello, Trish. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Angie. Hello, Cheyenne. Hello, Michelle. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hello, hello. Okay, let's go into, we had some questions earlier. I'm going to take Jasmine and I'm going to take Jennifer because they had some questions. And thank you so much. Don't have Virgo placements, but I had a strong connection to Virgos and Geminis growing up. Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Scorpio was more relevant. It took me into Virgo because they showed me the flip side of how you are very, very perceptive and sharp and exacting within your mind. I wonder, there's something about something. Check out your Mercury. I wonder what your Mercury is. But I love it. All right. So let me go. Are you still in the house? Are you still in the house, Jasmine? Jasmine, let me know if you're still here. If you're not, you can come back around if you catch this. It's Capricorn, LOL. Okay. At least it's something earthy. At least I was in the ballpark on that. Okay. All right. I wrote down, so I went into, I wrote down the Scorpio M, and then I was just like, oh, well, that's also the Virgo M almost in a way. And so I went off with it. So sometimes we gotta, we gotta focus, but I love it. I love it. Okay. So, Jasmine, thank you. Okay. Jasmine, hello. You said, hello, please, my name is Jasmine. Will I get fired from, okay. Yeah, that's a heavy hitter question. All right, let's look at your numerology for money things and job changes and kind of unexpected twists and turns. Numerology is really good to look at because it understands that there's changes needed within our chart, and when there are changes needed within our chart, sometimes those changes will come externally to make sure we experience them. So let's look at your chart, Jasmine. Okay, so 8/22. All right. Personal day 4. Okay, so your attitude 3, personal day 4, and your life path is a 2. Okay, lovely. Very lovely. All right, and so, all right. So let's talk about, I'm going to talk about the energy going on, and then we can go into how that looks like, and I'll let you know if I get anything. Okay, so Jasmine, let me just talk about energy first and what's going on within your cycles and why some things are coming up the way they are. So, you are a very helpful person, Jasmine. You really do care, and you really want to uplift those around you. And so you put your heart and soul into things, but sometimes you're misunderstood because people feel like can you understand that sometimes you're like you care so much and you're so emotionally connected to people, or you feel things sometimes that sometimes people go, whoa, pay attention. We need you to do A, B, and C. We need you to do A, B, and C. So it's like your energy is somewhere else at times. And you're actually helping and you're actually coming with like so much positive energy, but people don't understand that you're picking up on different things, and actually you are providing a lot of positivity to the environment. You just need to be honored for that. So sometimes people can misunderstand your good intentions, and they don't see how hard you're working and in what ways you're doing so um, there is that, because you're a very sensitive soul. Okay, and since you're sensitive, sometimes traditional jobs are not going to be always the best fit unless you have somebody who really honors you and understands your capabilities. So find somebody, find a boss, find coworkers that really are helpers too, and you'll work together and help lift everybody up. So um, that's something that's coming into the atmosphere of, actually, you need to find a better environment. Okay. Yes, you don't want to be at the mercy of someone else's judgment. You don't. But I'd actually encourage you to find a better environment, a more supportive environment. Now, you just finished up. Well, we're still in May. We're still in May right now. But you just finished, because we're in our last day, a cycle of 7. And so this is a very difficult cycle for you, because it's going to create situations where, like, you are not going to have things happen as expected. If you can understand, Jasmine, if you're in the room, if you can understand what I'm saying, if you can understand how, like, your hours might have been cut, or like it was almost like you wanted to go in but you couldn't, you could have been sick. But I'm aware of reduced hours for different circumstances, and it's because the cycle that you're in, it's making you experience needing to be in your own energy and to figure out what you really want and what's really good for you. And so what happens sometimes is life will actually cancel things around you and say, hey, you need to slow down and not just be in the rat race, or the cycle of, I wake up, I put my clothes on, and I do it all again. I come back from work and I do it all again. I need to get this, I need to get that. So life is really inviting you to go, what do you really want? What's really good for you? And are you taking care of yourself? And is this job allowing you to do that? Of course, money like helps us pay our bills and allows us to take care of ourselves, but we can find another job. That doesn't mean we just, throw caution to the wind and be like, I'll find something better. I understand how serious you are about this. So I don't love the energy of your job right now. I don't love the energy of your job. I would encourage you to look at other places as you continue to wrap this up. Your next month that you're going into is a cycle of 8. And so with that will actually ramp up. If things are not good at work, it will ramp up the consequences, or it will ramp up feeling like, I already felt like this and now it feels like more chaos or more uncomfortableness. The 8 will also quell if you really truly feel like it's a good fit of you being there, and other people feel the same. If there's changes made, it will help quell that. But really, I feel like there are better environments there for you. Um, when you so heads up, there might be difficulty with what's going on with job next month and into the following month. So that would be July and that would be August. So August might be the time where you're like, it's not working. So there's a disconnect going on, and I feel like there's an uncomfortability rising, and I would rather see you get out and go somewhere else. And so I'm going to give that to you. Okay? You get to do whatever feels right. I'm letting you know, I just don't think the situation at work is very supportive. And I think actually you are a very supportive person to other people. And so you should be around an environment that's healthier for you. And so I'm going to say it like that. Okay. So does this, Jasmine, if this makes sense for you, please let me know. Please let me know. Okay. So I'm going to pop to the next person. And I said Jennifer. So Jennifer, where are you, girl? Are you still in the house, Jennifer? And this is, you asked about land, I believe. Let me go find your comment. Okay. Good afternoon. I was looking to purchase an empty lot to put up a small drive-through. Oh, cool. That has contamination. Oh my gosh. So I just keep looking for another spot. Thank you. Okay. I think so. You're looking for a spot for your job expansion. Is that what it is? So you're still looking at spots, and so are you? What are you wondering about? Like locations, timelines, what to do with the stand. I just want to know where you want me to look at, Jennifer. Okay. Should I keep looking? Give me your month and your day, Jennifer, because you're asking about timelines. So what I do feel like before I look at your month and the day, I feel like there is this vigor. There's this vigor, and you have this goal, and you're really passionate about like creating, doing something. It's like you want to do something for the community, and also you want to do something for yourself. And so like you're really excited, and you're a woman on a mission because you want to figure out what to do. You want to figure out to do with some extra time that you have, and you want to make it count, and you want to make money. So like there's all these things coming together. So I really feel like you need to honor to keep searching and to keep understanding what feels right. And to not jump so quickly into something, like sleep on it, understand if it's a heck yes, of course honor that. But I just feel like there's all this energy rearing up, and it needs to go somewhere, and needs to be put to something. So can you understand like how like you're waking up sometimes and you're just like feeling like warm and hot because you have like all this energy, and you're like, I need to do something. So like there's this restlessness at play. So it's going to go somewhere. It's going to go somewhere. And don't put yourself in situations where you're like, I saw what it could be, but this is overwhelming, and now I'm going to do it. Sure, that's a part of what will happen to a certain degree, but it's like don't put yourself in situations where you're like, we can just figure it out. We can just figure it out. No. Okay. You're going to have to deal with that regardless of how good the opportunity and how good the location is. You're going to have to deal with problem solving and being like, So the spirit is saying, don't add to the craziness. Don't add to the craziness. Your energy will go somewhere. It's of need. It is pinging through the universe, your awareness, and also spirit bouncing around of saying, okay, she's ready. Okay. Where are we going to do? Where are we going to go? Everything's configuring. So don't rush. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't rush. Everything is configuring for the proper timeline. So you are 7-8. Okay. And so you got the attitude 8. Love it. So when you have your mind put on something, your mind is put on something. We talked about that. Oh, okay. Hold on. So I love it. So this kind of highlights kind of what I'm talking about. You are in a cycle of 7 right now. And so the cycle of 7 is the spiritual epiphanies. And it's basically like, do not rush things. Figure out what you want. Figure out what you want. sample, play around with things, have fun with it. And when you are ready, bam, it's going to hit you like lightning. And so next year you have fantastic energy for making money, business, enterprise, partnering with community, partnering with, the land of your choosing. And this might even happen at the end of next year, at the end of this year, if you really want it to, but it's definitely going to happen next year. So if you can wait, a couple months, 6 months, 5 months, don't worry, it's coming. It's definitely coming next year. Don't rush it. If you want more than one business, you can play around, but I feel like you're going to get burdened a little bit. I feel like you should sample, and if you do things with kind of low commitment and understand like, I didn't like this. I'm gonna go do this. I like this about that business, and I like this about this, and let me put them together. So like right now it's like brainstorming to have the best business and to kind of be reckless with the ideas, but not the execution. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of that. Be patient. Give it like about 5 months. Give it about 5 months, and then rev it up from there. Okay, and you said you're so bored. Yeah. Put that into how you're going to explode with the next business. I feel like you can take being bored and put that into another idea, or play around, like even a temporary business, just play around, or use that to help another business thrive. I keep getting the feeling of you need to learn from another business, and another business needs to learn from you, and you go, oh, why didn't I think of that? So community partnerships, networking, trying things you would never try because you're just bored. I kind of like that for you more than just diving in and going, let's go right now. Please, the energy is going to change in around 3 months to get you more ready for this. But really, like I said, please wait 5 months. I know that's a long time, and I'm going to give it to you like that. I want to do more than I'm doing. I definitely feel it. Doing a trailer right now to test products out, but generators don't always work. Sometimes things don't work because the energy is not where it needs to be. Like for instance, I'm going to say it like this. I'm just going to give a metaphor for the situation because I feel like that's the energy of the situation I've described. I'm always, whether I'm doing something or I'm expanding who I am, I try to always like figure out how to go to events and be with lovely people. And if not, I'll be like, let me expand, let me grow. What can I do with my time, right? Because I want to always make sure that my time is being used for something meaningful and good and expansive. So just by chance, there was like these 2 events that were very close local to me. They were both like around 40 minutes away, which is very, very close for me. And they were like some people within like the speaking industry working, and motivation and coaching. And it was about like developing that part of yourself and your message. And I was like, great, that what a positive day. And it was a mixture of being free, and it was a mixture of being, paying for things. And I was just like, some of these people are so wonderful with what they do. And so I've known about them for a long time, and you probably recognize some of their names, where I go, that's a good investment. So I started preparing my schedule because I go, that's a good investment. I should make time and space for that. Well, what happened is during that a couple weeks before. Well, I tripped and fell down the stairs when I was doing laundry, and it took me out of commission for like a week and a half because I was in pain. I had to do my basic minimum stuff, and it created some nasty migraines. Okay. So my focus was not where I needed to be. I couldn't drive out to go to the events. And so the energy said, great idea, but no. And so you're telling me you're testing out products, the generators are not consistent. So the energy is telling you no. The energy is telling you no. Not because it's not a great idea, not because you're fantastically creative and you have all this fire within you and your spirit is ready to help and go, but it's saying, no, we're going to have to use you in a different way. We can't have you distracted. We can't have your energy doing that right now. So I want you to continue to get creative. I want you to look in other places that you haven't looked for land. And I would like you to start talking to people more in the community and offering insight and them giving you insight too. And I feel like there's epiphanies waiting to happen. So, and for everyone that's hearing about me, yes, I'm better. I'm better. I'm about like 2.5 weeks since that happened, and my leg is almost 100% better. I still have to ice it and stuff, but oh, it was a doozy. I was doing some of these shows with that, and I didn't even think about talking about it because you're so, you're just like, your tunnel vision, you're like, I just have to do the show. I just have to share the energy. But yeah, that was difficult, you're not mobile. You're not mobile. And then you gotta hobble up the stairs and not overwork. And I didn't know what was going on with my leg. And so luckily I didn't break anything. I mildly sprained a couple of things. I got some soft tissue damage, but all of that is repairable. And I have lovely, gorgeous food and supplements. So yes, I healed quite fast, even though it was not fun. All right, so I like it. So Spirit is putting it on hold for better timing. I'm glad you're feeling better. Thank you. Yes. Yes, exactly. Spirit puts things on hold, and you got to trust that. And sometimes we put things on hold for ourselves when we go, no, not ready, not yet. And we know that. And other times it's like, of course I would take that. Of course I would be ready for that. Why can't I have that? Yeah, the final thing, I'm going to say one story and then I'm going to go into another reading. Within my life growing up, very athletic, not as athletic now. I've still got some tricks up my sleeve, but I used to be in a lot of sports, and Spirit, like, took me out of sports because they wanted me to use my energy differently, and they didn't want me in that vibration. They wanted me to be cultivating different things. They wanted me to understand the vibration of not being in the physical. So when I was younger, I was really, really good at basketball, really good at basketball. And I tried out for the basketball team. And I think that I would have probably made it. But during basketball tryouts and everything, there was, it was a disaster after disaster was happening. It was almost like, the weirdest things were happening, so it made me look like I couldn't like play how I was playing or performing how I was performing. And all of my friends around me afterwards were like, how the heck did you not make the team? And I was just like, well, I think a couple of weird things happened. And they're just like, you should talk to somebody, you should tell some, like, because I played basketball all the time. It was a strange thing that I wouldn't make the team with my skill level. But Spirit was like, no, you're not supposed to be there. You're not supposed to do that. And again, it's like a whole story. I could get into it, but there's reasons things happen. And basketball, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It made me so happy. It made me cry, not to make the team, because I would play basketball almost every night as a way just to have fun and, just connect and to express myself. just with what I want to do with my physical energy as a kid, being a kid, right? And so, but we go, why not? I am those things. This is what I want. Isn't this right on time? And you have to trust why things happen in a certain way. You have to trust where you're led, even though it's not always fun. So anyway, I'm going to go into the next reading. Debbie is in the house. Hello, Debbie. Thank you, Jennifer, for just taking the whatever is coming in regarding that. I appreciate you listening. You rock, Debbie. I love Debbie. Oh, you used to play basketball a lot, Debbie, girl. Debbie and I have a lot of funny similarities. I had no idea she played a lot of basketball. That's awesome. Angela, I think I'm gonna need surgery on my left hand. I can't put it off anymore. Is that one of your questions, my love, Angela? Let me go to you, Angela. It's a fun sport. I grew up, as I'm waiting for Angela to reply, I'm making sure Angela's in the house. I'm going to go to her for a reading if she is. I grew up in suburbs of Chicago, and my dad, with his company, like he would have access to Bulls tickets. So I used to watch Michael Jordan a lot, and like Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Steve Kerr, all those awesome, like the American basketball dream team. I got to watch many games when I was younger. At sporadic times, it was whenever the company didn't have a client, and all of a sudden we had access to tickets, and I was just like, yeah, it was the best. It was so awesome. Live basketball. I am definitely not what I used to be in the basketball department, but I love it. I really do. Oh my gosh. All right. Angela, let's go to you. Okay, so Angela, what is your question regarding, are you looking for questions about what's going on with your hand? Are you looking for another question regarding what's going on with your life, or do you want a general? But I was taken to you, and I saw your question. I saw your comment, and I didn't 100% understand it. So that's why I'm asking you before I go into your energy. That's right, the Bulls. That is right. Heck yeah. Okay. Not as good as once. I love it. I love it. Angela, just let me know. I'm going to go into your energy, Angela, and I'm just going to pull some cards and stuff, and then if you have a specific question, you let me know, okay? Okay. So we're going to just do it like that. All right. A general, that's what I thought. Okay. More interested in my spiritual journey than my hand. Well, it's all connected. It is all connected. What was going on with my leg helped get my mind calm so I could continue to do the things that were on my spiritual plate. When my leg wasn't feeling good, it allowed me to associate better with my full aura and integrate my energy. So it really is quite spiritual what goes on with our bodies. Very spiritual. Okay. Let's go into the energy. All right. Okay. So I'm pulling cards for you because that's what I was just inspired to do. And I feel like this is the time for you to be very aware of the next steps that you want to take, because we all have pockets of time within our life where we feel really burdened, or we feel like, I can breathe. I have a little bit more mental clarity, and they're letting me know that the time for mental clarity is in place, where it's either building or it's coming to. And they're showing me the communications card, and it's letting me know that you're aware of that you would like to hear spirit more. You're aware of that you've been putting that intention out, but you haven't been always doing the things when you've been getting the nudges. And they're letting you know, like, that's okay. Like, That's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. That's okay. Literally, whenever you want, light a candle, say a prayer, hold your favorite stone, even just go for a walk around the neighborhood. Um, Go to your favorite place, whether it's in town or your favorite place within your house. Go wherever you need to go, where you can feel like, the energy is good. And now, since I feel clearer, what do I want to do with my energy? So it's encouraging you to take this clarity that you already have, to increase it, and to ask for help with spirit and to build the relationship. So sometimes we go, I want more spirituality within my life. I want more connection within my life, but I forget. Well, if you make them a daily part of your life, like they're your friend for a little bit, or they're your counsel, or you're a team for that month of, okay, I'm putting my energy to spirit. Spirit, guide me. I don't know what's going to happen, or spirit, help me feel better, or spirit, give me inspiration, or spirit, help show me what to do to help heal my hand. Make them your tag team, okay? Because you don't have to talk to them like they're this ethereal person within the sky. Make them like they're always around you and they can help you actively now. And I feel like within your vibration, you're like, I could use some help. I don't feel exactly supported. Make them your support team. Make them your active friends. Make them your active backup in your group, and try that angle. And I think you would have more energy boosts, and you would have more momentum and motivation within your mental clarity. Okay. And it's letting me know that because I don't feel like support from family is really in the mix. And I don't feel like support from friends are as good as they need to be either. And so there is like a feeling of like isolation at times. And so when that happens, spirit needs to back us up. And spirit always is backing us up, but we have to kind of go, now I'm aware of it, spirit, and I'm asking you to enter the arena so we can work together even stronger and I can feel you even stronger. Okay. And I feel like everything is kind of coming into light even deeper. Unraveling the mystery card is basically showing us we have what we need, or everything that's going on right now that we need to know is actually present. We just have to look a little bit deeper, and we have to take the time to see things as they are. We actually have way more help and resources around us, even though we feel burdened and we're not sure. But everything that we have for that next step, and actually the abundance that we're praying for, we have some resources in our back pocket. So spirit is going to help make you aware of that and treat them like your friend. I know when I was yes, exactly. I know when I was first developing, I talked to my guides a lot. I need to talk to my guides a little bit more. I do acknowledge them, but I used to have a daily relationship with my guides. I would journal. I would talk to them. I would ask for help. They would let me know of things. Sometimes when I'd be driving, they would give me a message, and I know it would be from them. They'd be like, watch out, there's a cop down the street, go slower. Or to this day, they still help me like within a jam. Like if something's going on, they'll give me a heads up on the drive before I see a person of what's going on with them. Or if somebody isn't telling me something, they will drop me a word or a sentence. And it's because I cultivated that relationship with my guides. Our guides are always doing that if we need to know something, but we have to learn how to listen. Sometimes I would just talk to them. Okay. So you have you have a mansion of people wanting to help you, Angela. You have a mansion of people. You have a whole family and just network of spirit on the other side. Sit and just feel them and say, someone come to me. And I don't know who's going to come to me, but every day I'm going to ask the person to come to me. And the person that I see consistently the most, that's one of my guides. That's someone who wants to work with me right now. Let me develop a relationship with them, just like I would hang out with a friend going and grabbing lunch. So make an appointment with spirit and be gentle with yourself. If you miss an appointment or have to reschedule, they are very accommodating. Just know I have friends. Let me invite them in. Let's talk to them. How are they going to help? And I'm going to give you that. So lots of love with that and encouragement. Hello, Zoe. It's great to see you. Hey. Courtney, the right one is always waiting. Yes. Yes, we are always connected to what is right from us. Hello, Tracy. Hello. I'm going to do a couple quick card pulls, and that's how we're going to wrap things up, my loves. So I'm going to pull for Tracy. Tracy, okay, I got the summer song card for you. Thank you for understanding, Angela. Thank you for understanding, and hopefully everything does make sense with all the things that, in retrospect or in current, that you are connecting to, which are being highlighted. Okay, so Courtney, you got, why am I saying Courtney? Courtney, I guess you're next. Where were you? Tracy, you got the summer song card, and this is an acknowledgement of how you need to actually be doing good things for yourself. You got in a placement that's encouraging you to take care of yourself. It's a card that encourages taking a little bit of a break mixed with doing things that are good for yourself. So it's like treating yourself or enjoying or putting on, it could be something like put on your favorite TV show and utilizing your time where you're laughing and smiling and bringing joy back into your life. And if you feel that there's a lack of that, there's every moment where we can give ourselves something with joy. Making sure we have our favorite candy bar in the pantry, making sure that we are getting out to get the fresh air because it makes us feel good when it hits it hits across our face. And a lot of those things are very easily overlooked. I know when I'm overworking, I long for sometimes the sun, and I go, if I just went for a walk today, I would have felt so much better. Why am I not doing good things for myself? Or I forget to put on, let's say, like a show that I love because I don't think it's that important, but really it makes me calm. It makes me laugh. It makes me in touch of the things that I love. And so the spirit world is saying, infuse joy within your life. Make that a priority right now because it's not feeling that way. Okay? Okay. And then I'm going to go to Courtney. I'm going to pull a card for you, Courtney. Courtney, I feel like the energy is you're pushing yourself too much. You're pushing yourself too much. It's awesome because you have this spiritual force within you. And sometimes when we have spirit on our side, we're like, I can get over it. I can go, get over the hurdle. Spirit is going to get me, through this. And you're exactly correct. That is the tenacity and the brilliance of spirit. But spirit says, we have your back, so why are you pushing yourself so hard? We have your back. Why are you trying so hard for people to feel that you want to help them? That why are you trying so hard to know and make sure that people understand that you care for them? It's like you go above and beyond because you think it's the right thing to do. And I do think it's the right thing to do, that attitude, but be careful not to fry yourself. Be careful not to burn yourself out. And people will know that just from the essence of you, rather than you wanting to make sure that they understand it. So trust, since you have spirit within you, that there is just a naturalness to it. And that naturalness will lead you to the next person, the next event. And the naturalness will bring the abundance and the appreciation and gratitude right to you back. So I get that from you, and thank you for understanding, Tracy. Thank you. And we'll do one question. How do I take care of myself between readings? I make sure I eat healthy. So my brain feels clear, that my stomach feels good. I'm very feeling based, and I'm very sensitive within my body. And so I want to feel like clear, not because I'm just like, oh, I want to feel so clear with spirit. I just want to feel clear and neutral, and I just want to feel healthy and good. So my diet's very, very important to me. And I try to go out and have a walk. If I feel overwhelmed or overburdened by the energy, I'll take a shower, I'll reset. I just need to make sure that I'm having a balanced and healthy lifestyle, and then I give myself really good nutrition. I try to supplement myself with good mineral support. When we're stressed, we leach minerals when we do mediumship work or psychic work. Sometimes we are overusing our energy at times, not always, but sometimes we are, and we will leach additional minerals. So we have to really be taking care of our body. And my body is more sensitive. So as long as I take care of that department, a lot of the other departments for me work excellently. Everyone has different sensitivities. And so just understand yours and keep them balanced, and then you will stay balanced within the work. So, Sunshine Girl, there's a lot of other things, of course. Salt baths, salt water, foot soaks, helps clean energy. I could go on all day, but that's basically the number one thing. And remembering to meditate, remembering to check in, remembering to turn to my own energy. Because Sunshine Girl, within this work, your job is to look at other people's energy and not your own. Especially if you're working with the spirit world. You turn to spirit. And so that means you're going to be training your energy not to look to your own energy when you're working. And the more you're working, the more that becomes the case. And so in order to actually reset yourself, the paradox is you got to take care of yourself. So you have to have that balance. Okay. So Michelle, you're going to be the last card pull. And that's how we go. And yeah, Sunshine Girl, you know what's up. So Michelle. Okay, Michelle, you got the trusting, like it involves a little lotus bloom. And it's basically you got the trusting what you have been heard, shown, gifted. So spirit has been showing you things. You've been getting messages, whether on billboards or they're showing me other things. What is that? I don't know what that is. They're showing me something like I don't know what that is. They're showing me something within the sky, and you think it would be a balloon or a bird or something. I don't know what that is. And when I don't know what things are, I'm just very honest about it. But you've been getting messages, and you've been getting validations. And so to understand that spirit is very strong within you, and to lean into that with developing your intuition, to lean into that with trusting your gut, and ask spirit to actually show you signs around people, because that's something I think that additionally you could receive benefit from, understanding how to understand the intentions of people and to align yourself with the best, most uplifting people who want to heal and bring positivity. So asking spirit to help you redefine and open up your friend group or social community to spiritual people who want to grow and are very, very like look after one another, supportive type of people. Okay, so spirit, if you want, will lead you in that direction to accomplishing and accommodating that. I want to Alon, I want to just pull a card for you. I'm sorry for everyone who's in here that I haven't had time to pull a card or connect to. But Alon was right at the beginning, and I keep seeing his name. And let's see, the right one for me. Let's see, the right one for me for a stable, long-term relationship. Do you see in the future with them? Okay, got it. There's something more calm about Einov. There's something more calming about Inayov. There's something more intense about Noah. I hope I'm saying the names right. Noah. And so I just want to let you know that within the pursuits of relationships within your own life, there is an energy that we all have to lead. The woman has to lead in some ways. The man has to lead energy in some ways. And so lead your energy in the calmness. Lead your energy in the certainty. Lead your energy in understanding that it's not flare. It's not pop. It's not whatever just makes you feel the most rushed and alive. It's whatever has the most continuous and true connection. And I feel there's a more gentleness with, again, the e name. And so it's just understanding if that person actually consistently means something to you. Okay, so we can't have this boom and burnout, but we also can't have somebody who doesn't excite us. And so with both of these women, you have to investigate if they're matching your energy, if they want to pursue you continuously and with effort and consistency, more than these large gaps of time. You have to actually develop a close relationship to understand who the person is. And that needs to be looked at as the most serious consideration. Now that I've gotten to know a person, are they consistently showing up for me? Am I consistently showing up for them? Not just what do I think about them, how they make me feel. So there has to be the realness of the relationship in play to even look at the long-term relationship of it. So I encourage you to get to know these women, get to know one of these women, and invest yourself rather than just thinking and feeling. Okay? So, Elon, with that said, the card for you is opening your light. That means talking to your higher self and talking to other people's higher self and being brave and putting yourself out there and saying, this what feels right for me. And I am going to trust that no matter if it feels right for you or if you don't reciprocate, I'm going to show you who I am. Do you want to come along? So lead what you want and see if the energy is consistent with how it matches you. You have to be a match, but you got to put yourself out there to find if they are matching you. All right. So I give you a lot of love, Elon. Thank you, everybody, for being with me here today. Debbie's in the house. Boom. Thank you, Michelle. Hello. Thank you. Please, I will be back on Wednesday, whether it's for the Psychic Hour, the Numerology Hour, and Debbie will be on Transcend with Debbie. Please check her out. We'll have our 2 shows on Wednesday. Debbie and I, because we do a lot of fun stuff together, we will be on Instagram, I believe, for readings tomorrow at 12. We're feeling that it's Gemini season. We're feeling the energy of let's go do this, let's try, let's sample that. We're in different seasons at different times, so you're going to see us a lot of places. And please check us out. We're doing a Father's Day event on the 15th, the day before Father's Day in the United States. That is on a Saturday. It is donation-based, so if you are looking to hear from your loved one, a father, a grandfather, an uncle, or someone that represented that space to you within your life, please join us for that service. It's donation-based. Whether you want to give $1 or $50, you're welcome. Whether you want to give 5 cents or $25, you're more than welcome to come. So please, we will see you on Wednesday, and take care, everybody. Please go with love, luck, and light, and don't forget to live. Sunshine Girl, my sun sign is a Leo, but I have a lot of Gemini energy. My sun sign is a Leo, Gemini rising. Bye, everybody.